bed. Small town boys up next to bat. JVB make him get slapped. It's so right. Brothers from another. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Damn, talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down like we all 12. You wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget about who really do this, bruh, for real.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I'm fine, ready? Here we go. 180. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. 26 yards. Looking to put a drive together. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run by Bigsby. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10 at the 38-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go. 60 back, 60 back.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, Bigsby. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
19-18.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And sometimes you just put it in the hands of your quarterback, let him take you home.
And you just know the NFL playbooks nowadays have gotten just a little bit thicker because just about everyone has a quarterback run series involved now, and we just saw the evidence of it.
Do defenses hate that?
Drives them crazy because the quarterback is usually not a guy that runs the football. You cover everyone else, and all of a sudden he waltzes in on you.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
12, 12, 12. Here we go. 180. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7-7. Our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7.
On 2, ready? Here we go, here we go. 8, can. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. He'll drop this down to Williams. And just shutting him off there. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Kyron Williams with career touchdown number 70. And the Bengals have taken the lead. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Williams. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
3rd and goal. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right shot.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go until halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Right 80. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Chase, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Right 80. Right shot. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has a lot to 20-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 45-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready?
Here's a give to Bigsby. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the carry, Bigsby. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Second and 3. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 70. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 empty.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. Offense was a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
11. 11.
Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. We're now third and a yard.
11, Tommy.
Brings up third and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Right 80.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Xander Horvath, 62 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength. And they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Steelers 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. They will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally degraded that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Right, 80. It's hot. It's hot.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get set. Right, 11, Thomas. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. He'll try and do this himself. Now Burrow loses the football. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Gun. Got 11. Right, 80. Right, hot. Got.
Now Williams running left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Ready? Lights up. Start.
They go play action with Burrow. And that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Lights up. 11.
They go back to the ground with Williams. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Get set. 180. Start.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
180. Stop.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 14 yards. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bravo 80.
Here's Biggs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Steeler first down.
Back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Take off.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a 2nd and 6.
12, 12, 12. Gun, gun. 11, 11, 11, 11. It's hot. Hot.
Burrow on play action. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
11, MT, take. Here we go. Stop. Right 80. Stop.
Up the middle is Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 32-yard line.
On one, ready?
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80. Stop.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. Right 80. Right hot. Stop.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone against another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 99 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they run the toss to Bigsby. And he is going to lose yardage here. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. $13 yards remaining on second down. Another run by Bigsby. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
third down. He'll drop to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Here we go. 180. Right up.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean